So you see things like the golden arches alongside Arabic script for McDonald's, things that you wouldn't have seen in the past. And these are some photographs from the neighborhoods of the schools that I'm working in, and just in looking at the linguistic landscape, there is definitely dynamic bilingualism going on, right? I love the jeepicito, right, up on the far left. What is that? Is that English? Is that Spanish? I was in San Antonio at a Mexican restaurant, and I loved all of the waiters had this "Tengo Hungry" shirt. We've got, just on the way to the airport, I saw this rapido, and it's just assuming, I guess, that the folks in the neighborhood are going to understand that you're getting your rap quickly, right? Assuming bilingualism. And you've got Bengali at the halal market. And then look at the pharmacy and all of the languages that you see there. And what's the message? What's the message of this pharmacy? Welcome. We want your business, right? This is the neighborhood. Come, welcome. And that's often in such stark contrast to what happens when students then walk into the school building, right? And so one of the things that we've been working on with our schools where the students are surrounded by this amazing linguistic landscape is what is the ecology of the school, the multilingual ecology, and we want to help support this to happen. And these are non-negotiable principles that we call them our principles for principals. The principals have to sign up to be on board with these things. And so we talk to schools about having the children's and families' home language practices be recognized as a resource and to be visible in the visual landscape of the school. So one of the schools that I've been working with in upstate New York, the students worked with the art teacher to create this draft of what will be a mural in the front of the school, really welcoming all of the families into the school. This school has a dun, and it's beautiful. You walk in and you really feel like I belong here. Students are seeing their languages and cultures really celebrated. Another school, this is a school in Brooklyn, created this sort of question and answer bulletin board for the multiple languages represented in the school. So when parents come into the office, they often have a particular question. For example, are you taking your child home? And the parent could, or the secretary could point to a particular question. What language do you speak? How may I help you? And really be able to communicate with families. Lots of bulletin boards are starting to have information about services available, about things going on in the school in multiple languages. And then we see student work in hallways that really represents the linguistic diversity. This class decided to do handprints with the flags represented in the class, and then they did a math activity out of it and made a bar graph. Classes are having cognate charts up, key vocabulary in multiple languages. Those of you working in bilingual classrooms have a lot of this. Multilingual word walls, we're seeing more and more of this, and when teachers don't speak the home languages of the students, they'll often send cards home so that students can write, or students and their families can write keywords that students are thinking about in their classes.